fresh off the best draft in North America, I think, ever that I've ever seen. Reapered is here joining me from 100 Thieves after their victory against Immortals. You had the Lee Sin bot. It's been played only, I think, one other time in the LCS, and even then it was like an LCS qualifier back in 2014. Talk me through this draft, because this seems like yet another one of these evil concoctions that can only come from your brain, Coach.
It's actually not true. I saw from the LCK playing first, and then we just tried it in our practice games, and it worked well. So we're pulling out, but it didn't. I mean, the FBI didn't perform that well. It was whatever.
Zale was going crazy about how it worked perfectly into what Immortals had drafted, where it's like, yeah, they're wasting mana, and Lee Sin can just shield, and Senna can heal, and Karma and Ezra can't do anything. Like, you don't think it worked out that well?
No, it's a strong combo, and it worked well in the lane. But like, he's not like level of the championship level of Lee Sin player. That's what I meant.
That's fair.
I see some of the downside over there. Yeah,
that's fair.
But it was worked well. Yeah.
5 wins in a row here for 100 Thieves, and it was up against Immortals, who was also 4-0 coming into this match. Does this win mean anything more to you, or is it just, hey, we're glad we won this one?
Yeah, I mean, it's one of the small dubs, no? Mm-hmm. We have 27 games in the regular season right now, then which is kind of large number than previous one, because like I never had a 3-round robin before, right?
Right.
I quit the Cloud9, and then I have a one off season, and then come back at the summer. So it's a pretty large number of the games. So I consider this one as a small dub. But you know what? If the small dubs keep stacking it, it's gonna be big.
What is a major difference in your coaching? What has changed because it's triple round robin and the season is so long, and you're taking over a team that had a record that wasn't attributed to you?
Well, I mean, it is pretty new. I'm not like changing my coaching style or philosophy or whatever. So, but like, it is pretty new and new system. I'm kind of getting used to it. And so far, so fun.
With you taking a split off, and this is your first time moving organizations within North America, what was a major thing that you learned from that you were maybe not doing great from Cloud9 and are now doing at 100 Thieves?
There is a lot of things I've learned like every single year. Even it's not on the Cloud9, I just learn my life, or coaching styles, or how to communicate with the people. Like everything, like every year is kind of like new experience, right? Because even in the Cloud9 days, we changed the roster a lot. And then I faced lots of new players, lots of new ego, lots of new face. And then I've learned like how I can talk to them, how I can control the team, not control the players, And then every experience are so far so good for me. So yeah, I'd like to say it's not just the one thing I can mention it. It's just like how life works.
That's true. You brought something up that you did beforehand, a lot of roster swaps, and we know that 100 Thieves has a lot of talent in their academy and amateur rosters. Should we expect to see some experimentation in the 100 Thieves LCS roster in the future?
We are trying to building up our system for developing systems right now. So in the future, you guys might see some roster changes, but yeah, we are trying to.
What do you make of all the changes that have happened this specific summer split compared to the changes that have happened before in your time in the LCS, with coaches, with benching players, with letting go of players in the middle of the split? What do you make of it?
What does that mean?
What do you think about it? What do you think about all the changes happening?
Well, I mean, if things are going that way, I think it's kind of natural way to do. Like, if things are not work, then you might want to change something. Then you might want to change the roster, or as a player, you might want to leave your team, and you might get some better offers from the team. Lots of things are going on in the world, so just I do think it's simply there's one choice. Like there's lots of choices over there, but you choose one. Like that's it.
You make a choice and then you move on. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Coaching, I've been told coaching is like being a parent. And like parents, they're your kids, and you have one favorite kid. Who's been the player that has learned the most, that you feel like has learned the most from you?
Most from me?
Mm-hmm.
From 100 Tips?
Yes.
I think it's actually John Closer.
What was that?
I mean, he's not like learning something new from me, but he knew how to play the game and he knew how to carry the game, those kind of things.
Mm-hmm.
And he was a kind of like he had a killer instincts,
Mm-hmm.
but he wasn't show that at the very beginning of our practice games. And then after I watched the several games, I knew this guy gonna crushing the LCS. Then I suggested a different way to play the game, and then he is crushing it right now. And then he feel very proud of himself, and then yeah, the same feeling with me too.
Yeah, like he definitely has been a candidate for being the best jungler in the league and an MVP candidate for sure. Now, obviously, to close this out, obviously, again, this is your return back to the LCS after years being dominant. What would it mean to you to win the LCS for a different organization?
Guess it's another dub. It's not necessarily like have a huge mean for me, because like you know, um, of course I'm gonna trying to win the season, and then it is kind of like feel something different than Cloud9
Mm-hmm.
for sure. But I never been there yet, because like it's a new organization. I have to win again to feel something different, right? But my ultimate goal is always like being good and competitive at the Worlds, not just for NA. So yeah, we'll see. If I have a fail something after win season, I will come up with you.
Okay. Coach, I feel like I asked you a whole bunch of tough questions to see if you would take the bait, and you did not take the bait. Well done, Coach. Thank you so much for the time of the interview today, man, and congrats on all the wins that you've had.
Thank you so much.
Dubs on dubs, man.